Now the next card, Jordan Love. His cards are flying right now. This is another set, 2020 Prizm football, where centering is, pretty hard. But overall, the card looks to have pretty good centering. I've read a lot of these. Centering's been by far the most important issue, especially with Beckett. And this one looks to have pretty good centering overall. So looking at the back here, you got almost like a little divot over there. It's not like traditional edgeware, but you might be able to see it, might not. But you see a little bit of a dip on the top left edge on the back. And there's a little bit of corner damage near that as well. Some bottom corner damage on the back there too. So right now, I would say we're looking at probably a 9, PSA 9 right now. Hopefully the surface is good, and that ends up being the final grade. Unfortunately, though, we do got a little bit of a dimple right there. And a dimple, if they notice it, tends to also make the max grade like a PSA 8. Other than that, though, I mean, a little bit of what looks to be like surface dust, which, you can wipe off, and I believe PSA does wipe it off now too before they grade the card, or at least they're supposed to.
But do they do not fingerprints though, right? Just kind of surface dust?
That I'm not sure of. Where I'm getting this info from is I believe Nat Turner tweeted about it, and he said that cards are now wiped down before they're being graded. But everyone makes mistakes, and I always recommend wiping your cards down and getting them examined before you turn them in the mount.
100%, because I've definitely seen plenty of cards and slabs where there's a big old thumbprint on it.
Right, and you don't ever want to make that mistake. And I don't think, even for a grading company, regardless of whether they should do it or not, you don't want a PSA 10 slab to have a fingerprint on it. You don't want that BJ's 9.5 slab to have a fingerprint on it. It's just not what people are looking for. But overall, I think this card's probably an 8, just because of that dimple. But you might be able to get lucky, and you might be able to pull it.
What grader would you recommend for that one specifically?
I would say BGS, because they're a little bit lighter on dimples in general, and thank you for bringing that up. I would say with BGS, because the dimple is something that they're a little bit lighter on, you're probably looking at an 8.5 to a 9 on this card, in my opinion. They're going to ding you on the corners, they're going to ding you on the dimple, and once that's done, you're probably looking at a 9 centering and a 9 or 9.5 edges. And overall, it's pretty good.
It's one of those cards. There's only 10, so grades don't matter quite as much.
Right.
That's the nice thing about rare cards, right?